everyone, I wanted to take a minute to talk about how to calculate the size of your boxed corner cutouts. That is a common part of bag sewing, but is perhaps a little bit more difficult than it needs to be to understand. There are lots of different patterns that use boxed corners, and they can be boxed corners that are cut perpendicular to each other. They can be boxed corners where one angles out. So for example, on my basic boxy bag, it has box corners that are perpendicular, the same with the paper pouch and the saw dot kit, but the logie pouch and the Pythagorean pouch both have box corners that are cut at an angle. The flat pattern piece for the Pythagorean pouch and the logie pouch angles at the side, whereas on the paper pouch and the saw dot kit, it is straight at the sides, and on the boxy style bags, the cutout is in the middle of the pattern piece. But the general calculation for doing your boxed corners is going to be approximately the same. The main difference that you need to consider when you're working out the calculation for your boxed corners is whether or not you're cutting your boxed corner on the fold or if it is going to have a seam at the side and the bottom. So using this piece as an example, the general calculation is your desired depth divided by 2. So if you would like to have a finished depth on your bag of 4 inches, then you're going to cut your boxed corner to be 2 inches by 2 inches. So that would be 2 inches in the vertical and 2 inches horizontally. And that rule remains the same even if you have the angle here. You want this sideways going cut to be equal in length to the vertical line. Because when we sew these and you fold that together, you want those two edges to match up. The exception to the rule is when you have this sort of situation, when your boxed corner is going to be cut on the fold, and you're not going to be sewing here. You want the vertical arm to be shorter than the horizontal by an amount equal to the seam allowance. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in practice. I'm going to show you on this piece of vinyl. I'm going to cut it into 2 equal-sized pieces, and we're going to do a boxed corner cutout of 2 inches. So we'll call this the front and this the back. This measurement and this measurement are the same. And when we sew our bag together, this part is going to be the side of the bag. So that will be this part of the bag. And this section here is the base. When we sew these 2 pieces together, we're first going to sew the side seam, and then we're going to sew the bottom seam. But what that is going to do is take away from the size of the boxed corner. So if we sew our side seam at 3/8 of an inch and our bottom seam at 3/8 of an inch, it is going to reduce this cutout here to be 1 5/8 of an inch. Now a common mistake is for people to then add this seam allowance to their 2 inches to make that 2 3/8 of an inch or 2 1/4, depending on what the seam allowance is. The problem is when we actually sew these side seams and we go to box our corner, this is where the stitch line is going to be on that boxed corner. So when you fold it together and you sew along here, you're going to be adding back in the 3/8 of an inch depth when you sew the seam allowance at the boxed corner. So assuming that the seam allowance that you're going to be using for the side and the bottom of your bag are the same, you don't want to add in any seam allowance. I'm going to sew 3/8 of an inch down here and 3/8 of an inch across the bottom. So I've sewn those seams, and now I can fold out that corner to box it. So I'm going to flatten it out, and you can see that the seams are matching up. And here at the edge, it's nice and flat. And now when I sew my boxed corner also at 3/8 of an inch along this line here, that is what becomes the depth of my bag. Not this cutout here. The depth at that point is 3 1/4 inch, but the depth at my seam allowance is going to be 4 inches, which is double the 2-inch cutout. So that seam is sewn, and then when I pop that corner out, this is what it would look like on my finished bag. This is the side of the bag, this would be the base, and that is my boxed corner that corresponds to this boxed corner, this bottom seam and this bottom seam. And if we measure that, it is 4 inches across, giving me a depth of 4 inches. So my 2-inch cutout gives me 2 inches on the front piece and 2 inches on the back piece, which when they're sewn together gives me a finished depth of 4 inches. So in general, the formula for calculating your boxed corner is going to be your desired depth, 4 inches, divided by 2, which puts half of the depth on the front and half of the depth on the back. And you don't need to add in that seam allowance, because this seam allowance that you take at the side is then canceled out by this seam allowance when you box your corner. And that holds true whether you want to do a 2-inch depth, 3-inch depth, 4-inch depth, and it is for the various different shapes of your bag. All this is determining is the depth at your boxed corner. When this does not apply is when you are cutting your boxed corner on the fold, and I'll show you why. We're going to take this piece, we're going to fold it in half. I am not cutting this bottom seam. So this boxed corner does not have a seam along the bottom. If I'm going to be sewing the bottom seam, then my measurement is going to be 2 inches for the vertical and 2 inches for the sideways arm. I am not saying horizontal because in this style of bag, it's not perpendicular to the vertical line. So this is your sideways line, this is the side panel of your bag, and this is the base. So if I'm cutting my box corner on the fold, and I follow that same rule of desired depth divided by 2, and I cut 2 inches across and 2 inches up, while this measurement is still even and it matches up, once I go to sew that seam here and I fold it down, it is not going to match up because I have cut too much off the vertical. This section is too long. So I'm going to sew that quickly there so you can see what that looks like too. So following the half of my desired depth, when I fold it open along here, if I were to sew at 3/8 inch, I would have the correct depth of 4 inches. However, on the other side, there's not enough material there, and that's because I've cut this little section here away. So the fix is to reduce the size of this cut line by the amount equal to the seam allowance. So rather than cut this at 2 and this at 2, you want to use your half desired depth value minus your seam allowance. So instead of cutting 2 and 2, we're going to cut 2 and 1 5/8, which would mean that this little section here would be back where we wanted it to be. So I'll show you on the other side for comparison. So our horizontal arm is still 2 inches here, and the vertical arm is 2 inches minus our seam allowance of 3/8 inch. If you are doing a seam allowance of 1/4 inch, you would minus 1/4 inch. It's whatever this seam allowance at the side is, that is what you're going to take off this vertical line. So I've sewn that side seam, and this measurement here from the inside of the corner to the edge of my seam allowance is 1 5/8, the same as it is from the fold to that top corner. When we did this one, that distance was also 1 5/8 inch. So now when we box the corner and we fold it out, you can see that those edges line up. And when I sew along here at 3/8 inch, I'm going to get a depth of 4 inches. So that is sewn. You can see that there's no bottom seam. I want to pop that corner out. This also measures 4 inches, the same as this one, but without that bottom seam on the bag. So if you're going to have a side seam and a bottom seam, you want to use a measurement that is your desired depth divided by 2. And that is how you're going to work out how far to cut the vertical and sideways arms of your box corner. However, if you're going to cut it on the fold, you need to take away the seam allowance from the vertical arm. So you're going to have 2, and you're going to have 2 minus your seam allowance. And it's this seam allowance here. So if that's 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch, that is what you're going to remove from this value here. You want to do your division first. You don't want to do your desired depth minus your seam allowance. You're going to do your desired depth divided by 2, and then you're going to subtract your seam allowance to get the value for this part here. And that gives you the adjustment that you need to do if you're not sewing this bottom seam. This also assumes that the seam allowance that you're using for your boxed corner matches the seam allowance that you're using for your side seams. If for some reason you have a pattern that has you use 3/8 here and only 1/4 of an inch to box your corner, then this math isn't going to quite work out. Then you are going to have a difference in the finished size of your boxed corner. I don't think I've seen any patterns that do that unless it's an adjustment for the lining, and then it may be appropriate to take a different seam allowance for your boxed corner, because the greater the seam allowance you take here, the greater the depth is going to be. So that is an instance where you may have a different seam allowance for your boxed corner than your side seams. But generally, you're going to use the same seam allowance here and here as you do for your boxed corner. And if you are not sewing the bottom seam, then you want to subtract that from this vertical arm. Another situation that I want to consider quickly is what to do when the boxed corner cutout is forming the side seam of your bag rather than the bottom seam of your bag. So in that circumstance, you're going to work it out the same way as we did when we didn't have a bottom seam. So we're going to use a calculation that is half of our desired height for the horizontal and half of our desired height minus our seam allowance for the vertical. So for a desired height of 4 inches, I'm going to do 2 inches in and 2 minus 3/8 of an inch for the vertical, cutting it on the fold. And in this circumstance, this section here corresponds to this section here. So when those are sewn together, using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance here, and then it is sewn at 3/8 of an inch again, just overlap them. That is going to give you your desired height once you sew that extra seam allowance there. So it's essentially the exact same way as when you do it on a fold. The other way to do this is to take your finished height divided by 2 for this horizontal section, and rather than dividing it by 2, subtract double the seam allowance from the height. So for a desired finished height of 4 inches, this would be 2, desired height divided by 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and this section you would do 4 minus double your seam allowance. So for a seam allowance of 3/8, you would be subtracting 3/4, so you would do 4 minus 3/4, which would give you 3 1/4. Which is the measurement of that section there. So that is the other option for figuring out how to calculate the cutout if you don't want to do it on the fold. I'm going to sew that up quickly so you can see how it corresponds to this part of the bag. So sewing this section together at 3/8, and then I will box that corner just like we did for this one. So that is sewn. I haven't used the same measurements, but this seam here corresponds to this seam here, and this seam corresponds to this seam here. So that is one application when you would do it on the fold. You would also do it on the fold if you wanted to have a pouch that doesn't have a seam at the bottom. So for example, if I wanted to do a Pythagorean pouch with no center bottom seam, I would subtract 3/8 of an inch off the bottom here. So I would remove that section. This becomes my fold line, so I would take my fabric and I would cut it on the fold. And rather than cutting the pattern piece with the seam allowance, you would remove that bottom seam allowance. And you would cut it out as normal. And this arm of the boxed corner is half of my desired depth. And this arm, when it is folded, is half the desired depth minus 1 seam allowance. And when it is unfolded, it is the full desired depth minus 2 seam allowances. So once I sew my 3/8 of an inch seam allowance here at the side, this measurement and this measurement will be equal. And once I sew that boxed corner, my depth at the side and my depth at the base will match up. So I've sewn that side seam. The bottom seam is cut on the fold. And now when I fold out my corner to box it, and I sew that at 3/8 of an inch, I will end up with the same size as the original pattern piece that had the seam allowance included. So when you do it on the fold and you remove that seam allowance, you end up with a finished piece that is the same size as the original pattern piece, just by cutting it on the fold without that bottom seam allowance. This being the side seam, this being the bottom seam, and on this one, this is the side seam, and this is the bottom without that center seam. Hope that helps. Thanks, everyone.